Hi, so this is quite a special unboxing for me. This is like, I think, one of my all-time favorite superhero um, epic stories. It's one that made me fall in love with the comic that this is from. Um, when it came out, this is like back in the early mid 80s, and it just cemented my love for this comic book. So now, it's still my favorite superhero team. So let's go and unpack. And yeah, it's a hands down. I'm going to do a series of videos this week, and they are all going to be hands down for a number of factors. One, it's bloody hot still, so I'm a sweaty mess. So I'm not suitable for being in front of the camera. And two, my hay fever's pretty bad as well with it being so hot. But I am going to be doing a number of videos this week. They're just going to be a bit different to how I normally do them. Okay, so let's unpack, and of course, keeping the air of mystery and so I don't dox myself, I've removed my address. So it is Legion of Superheroes, The Great Darkness Saga, the deluxe edition. So I had this in comic form many years ago, before a lot of people who might be into comics nowadays were born. So we're talking like early 80s, I think. Let's just see. So yeah, so it collects Legion of Superheroes, the original series, 284 to 296, and the annual #1. I did have this in another collected format, but it just had less than half of what's in here. So this is quite a chunky book. There's over 420 pages. So let's open it up. The only thing, what a lot of people comment on as well, by having this on the cover, it gives away the big twist. It shows you who the main villain is. But the story is so old. It's so dyed in the wool as being like one of the first major epics for DC that I don't think anybody is surprised by who the main big bad is, or the big plot twist, because you can just find it on Wiki and everywhere, and it's been discussed as one of the all-time greats. But yeah, this is where I fell in love big style with two things. Legion of Superheroes, they became my favourite superhero team book of all time, and the second one as well is it cemented my love for Keith Giffen. So this is written by Paul Levitt. Main majority artwork is by Keith Giffen and Larry Milestout on inks. So let's just have a look. So this is the cover. The flaps, giving a bit of brief synopsis and bios of the creators and a synopsis of the story. This is the interior cover. I wish this was the main cover. I'm not a big fan of dust covers, to be honest. I like the on card, and I adore this one. This is just a nice excerpt from the comic. A nice tribute to the classic, is it Michelangelo painting? So as you can see, it gives you a rundown of the creative teams. Nice intro from 2010 by Paul Levitt, the writer of the series. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to be reading this. I'm just finishing off Superman Birthright at the moment, and I'll be diving into this straight away. Oh my, the memories are flooding back. So this is Keith Giffen before he became the Keith Giffen that a lot of people know his art style to be nowadays. And of course, sadly, he passed away a few years ago. Here's Block, one of my favourite characters from when I was a young wee slip of a person. I, what I love about what I love about Legion of Superheroes, there's just so many of them. There's hundreds in Legion of Superheroes, but all of them are so good. It's just such a unique team book. It embraces the. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, so it embraces the deep sci-fi storytelling. It was just way before, even when it came out in the 50s and 60s. There's always something special about it. yeah, it just looks gorgeous. Pat Broderick on here as well on some issues. Bruce Patterson as well, helping out with Keith Giffen on the art. So again, giving a slightly different flavour. Now this is where Keith Giffen slowly, as the story progresses, I love that cover. You can see Keith Giffen is slowly evolving his style. Oh, here's a good one. A DC hero of mine, Carmine Infantino with Larry Melstadt inking him. Very distinctive art style. If you've never read the classic Flash with Carmine Infantino on the artwork, check it out. It's been reprinted in DC Finest. Gorgeous, beautiful artwork. And then you have the annual. The annuals back in the 80s and up to a point in the early 90s, the annuals was something special from both companies. They had story, they were a celebration. Whereas nowadays, they're just like a throwaway piece of crap. And then there's a nice layout of the Legion headquarters. The tech nerds. My favourite character has always been Wildfire. I just think he's such a cool character. And Shadowlass is pretty cool and gnarly as well. And Invisible Kid. I love them all. I really do. Look at that. That's Comic Geeks getting too excited about the book that they love. But oh, I'm not doing much of a voiceover because I'm just speechless with how good it holds up still. It was just so cool, and this storyline was so truly epic, but not in a bloated way like Crisis Infinite Earths. It just felt epic. It felt like it had substance, and here, this is the turning point. So you got Keith Giffen's art style here, and then suddenly, welcome to the new Keith Giffen. A huge evolution in his art style, and I love both styles, but just amazing. So he was always testing the waters of what he could do artistically. A bit like Jim Starlin in a way. Not in art style, but just in the way that they push boundaries, what they could do. If you look at Jim Starlin's early Warlock comics, there were some gorgeous artwork in his Dreadstar series. And that's just such an iconic, wonderful cover. So yeah, the big bad is revealed. And that's what the card covers are taken from. But this is all preamble. I just want to show you something that this is what made me shell out for this. For one, there's loads of back matter. So it's got scripts, character designs, and then, oh, what's this? Okay, are you ready? So you're looking at all these and you think, oh, that's interesting, that's intriguing. They've included this poster listing all, it's too big from the screen, listing all the Legion members. Oh my god. This, oh, honestly, this is what made me buy it. The story as well, but when I saw that this was the bonus in it, it was a no-brainer. It's just gorgeous. I'll be perusing that as much as reading the book. So that's it. It retails for $49.99. Like I said, there's about 440 pages roughly. I got it quite a bit cheaper, and I got it on a special offer, so that's a double Brucey bonus. The whole presentation is gorgeous, and then the icing on the cake is definitely that poster. As I said, this is one of my all-time favorite. It's my all-time favorite superhero epic, put it that way. And it cemented my love for two things: the comic, Legion of Superheroes, and Keith Giffen as a creator. And I will be doing a review once I've read it, but that'll be a number of weeks off now. But yeah, I'm so pleased. There's been a sequel deluxe that's come out afterwards called The Gift, I think it is. And I will be buying that after I've spent way too much money at MegaCon in a few weeks' time. So I'll do a look at that as well. But yeah, so pleased. If you like good, solid space opera, buy this book. It's quite possibly one of the best stories of the past 40 years in comics. It's just gorgeous. So that's it. Okay, bye.